Hi, welcome to lecture number 19. In this lecture, we will be looking at do while structure. So, we will start with the question that why we need do while structure. Then we will talk about do while loop and the structure. Actually, it is called do while statement because the loop comes under the do and then there is a while statement. So that's why this is also the reason that in do while statement, in do while structure, we have semicolon in front of while condition. Otherwise, in while condition we don't have the semicolon in front of the while condition, only while condition, because while is not considered as a statement. But in do while structure, the while is considered as a statement. So I guess I should have written it do while statement. Nevertheless, then we'll be talking about do while syntax. Then we will be talking about do while flowchart, and then I'll give you a task, and then I'll just show you the task flowchart, that how to do it. And in the next lecture, I'll be solving that task line by line with you. So the question is, while loop. While discussing, we had discussed the while loop, and we know that a while loop executes 0 or more times. What if we want the loop to execute at least one time? So this is important. So then comes the do while loop. Do while loop execute one or more times. So this is the main difference between them. So this is the syntax. So what happens is that the while condition comes at the end, one thing. Secondly, the difference is that after the while condition we have this semicolon, because while condition here is a statement of do loop. This is a do loop. So actually this is a do while loop, we could call it that. So in what happens is that it is saying that execute these block of statements for the first time, and then look for the condition, whatever the condition is. If the condition is true, then come back and execute these block of statements again. But if the condition is false, then don't come back, just go forward and execute the next lines in the whole program. But in the while condition, this was something different. The while condition was in the start. We looked at the condition in the very start. If the condition was true, we had to execute the block of codes downward. If it was false, we had to go in the other part of program. Here we are saying that at least you have to execute these block of statements, which is written under the do structure, do while structure, in the do while structure, and then look for the condition. Okay, so the flowchart is there is a do while structure. In the do while structure there is a process. The process comes first. The statements inside the curly brackets are called process, the execution block of statements. So it is executed for the first time, then the condition is checked. If it is true, yes, then the process is executed again. If it is false, then no, then this structure, then the program will come out of this structure, do while structure. Okay, one thing to note is that it could also stuck in infinite loop. So whatever the condition is, condition we have set in the first place, there must be something in the process to increase that condition. This is important. Say suppose we want to start from the 1, and then the condition is whether it is less than 10 or not. So the increment must be done by the 1. So this is important. Now the task is that you have to make a program which allows the user to guess a character from A to Z. Now use do while construct to allow 5 maximum tries for guessing. Okay, so how to solve this problem? Start it, write a do while structure, and the block of codes, this will be the block of code inside the curly brackets after do. So prompt the user for input, whatever the input is. Check for the character. If the character is same, if the user has guessed the right character, then perfect, then okay, then output that you have guessed correctly. But if not, then increment the counter initially also, like, you have to initialize the counter to some value, and then increment the counter, and then look for the while condition. In while condition you have to set that if counter is less than equal to 5 or not. If yes, it is less than equal to 5, then allow the do while structure to execute the block of statement again and let the user guess again. But if the condition is false, then get out of the do while structure and print out that you have guessed incorrectly. Perfect. In the next lecture we will be solving this problem. We will be writing code for this problem.